Good afternoon, this is Dan Haugh, PTI Securities and Futures, coming to you for the Tuesday afternoon wrap-up for October 25th. Yesterday, we had bad news after the close with Netflix, and Netflix lost a lot of subscribers, actually steered down. They had basically nothing good to say, all bad, and they lost about a third of their value overnight, and that kind of kicked off our day. The S&Ps, though, were relatively narrow overnight. They had a 13-point range, a little bit better than we've been expecting lately. The European markets were up a little bit, and the Asian markets were mixed. However, our fundamental data was not good today. The Case-Schiller index was very bad. We also had consumer confidence that was shockingly bad. It was 39 versus 46 expected. It was the lowest level we've seen in about 2 years, and so 2 years ago, confidence was not in a very high point. Our earnings story was also not good here today. Yesterday, a good part of yesterday's positive thoughts was that Caterpillar came in very, very good, and that the assumption was that the heavy manufacturer makers and the engine makers were going to be doing very well. That was not this case today because Cummins came in and they missed poorly, they missed bad. 3M also missed bad. Now DuPont actually came in a little bit better than expected. American Trade came in worse. So we had a kind of a variety, but the big industrial companies that we thought were on track to have a good quarter after Caterpillar's earnings did not follow through here today. So that started us off relatively negative. And then we had the bad fundamental news, the Case-Schiller and the consumer confidence. So we were trending down this morning, but then a rumor hit. It actually wasn't turned out to be a rumor, but the finance ministers of Europe actually called off their meeting. And they were supposed to agree on all the details so that the big meeting tomorrow of all the prime ministers could actually get this thing done. The stated reason was that since they didn't have the big decisions done, that the finance ministers couldn't actually agree on some of the capitalization required because they didn't have the idea of what the haircuts were going to be. But suffice to say, it looked like Europe was a lot further from a decision. Matter of fact, the mood went from sure they're going to fix it to now all of a sudden they're going, you know, can this possibly be done, and can it be done in the time frame that they gave themselves, which was basically tomorrow. So the market started down, attempted to rally a couple times, but closed pretty close to the lows. The S&P and the SPX closed down 25 at 1229. The Dow closed down 205 at 11707. NASDAQ closed down 61. 10-year notes, the bonds were bid all day, so the first day in quite a while where the bonds got bid up pretty good. People obviously running to safety, so the yield dropped to 2.12. The dollar was positive today, so obviously people were running to the dollar, and most importantly, people were really running to gold, because gold was up quite a bit today, closed up over $1,700 dollars an ounce, up $59. Also, after the close here today, we've had some pretty disappointing earnings on Ameritrade, and that's down quite a bit. And excuse me, not Ameritrade, Amazon, and they are down quite a bit here. So it appears that the disappointment from yesterday's Netflix might actually be carrying forward with Amazon here today going into the night session. This has been Dan Haugh, PTI Securities and Futures.